is good hard work between. The reality is there's good work, regular conversations between the governments, the federal government and the government of Alberta. We're making progress on a number of things. These are fundamental structural changes we're making together, and I would say we're making good progress. It's not quite there yet, but you'll be amongst the first to know when it is. We're going to get to the $130 effective price is part of the MOU, and we're working in terms of the way to that the market, and in the end, and I'll finish on this because others, it's how the market works in Alberta to a broader extent across Canada, because the effective price is a price in the market. And one of the points I would underscore, which is not well understood, is that the effective carbon price in this country is actually quite low relative to the headline price, in the $20 to $30 in most Canadian markets. And that's something we're working to rectify. Now in English, several things. One is all the decisions. The core point is the decisions are taken by the Government of Canada at the core of the Cabinet. We all represent all the interests of Canada, but I'll just underscore the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Industry, the Minister of Canadian-U.S. Relations. The first two are Quebecois, of course. The third is an Acadian. The Minister of Defense, fully bilingual. Myself, we defend all the interests of Canada, all the interests of Quebec, the culture of Quebec. We've been very clear on supply management, on our cultural rights, and defending that. And with all respect, and I have tremendous respect for Mr. Wiseman, and he's the right person for the job because he's very good at strategy deals. He's got very good contacts, including within this administration and the broader business and governmental community in the United States, which is part of the job of diplomacy. A couple of things. One, we're going to have a spring update, and you'll get an update in terms of how the economy is performing, how non-U.S. exports are performing. I'd just suggest take a look at that, and also look at the fact that from a foreign direct investment per capita basis, we far outstrip anyone else in the G7, and we're just getting started. These decisions take time, but what you're already seeing is Canadian exports to markets other than the United States responding significantly, and incoming capital coming to Canada. We're just getting started. You're going to see more, but the momentum's there. So yes, in my view, we're getting good value. We got a lot more to do. I will say with all of this, the reason I say we're just getting started because we're starting to shift things, but we're no way satisfied. You're going to see a lot of Maison Canada, Building Canada Homes banners. You're not going to see any Mission Accomplished banners behind us.